Hydraulic is the most demanding tube fabrication.
Hydraulic tubing is sort of the gold standard. To manufacture hydraulic tubing, you have to be really good.
We specialize in hydraulics, and hydraulics need to be 100% leak-free.
Formrite is a Tier 1 supplier.
So if a customer comes to us with a furniture application or a structural or a non-hydraulic application, we're more than able to handle that level of complexity because hydraulic is a whole nother level higher.
So the fact that we're so good at hydraulic tubing,
everything else is a piece of cake.
Hi, I'm Dave Wogge, and I want to welcome you to Formrite, where our name says it all.
So even though we're 400,000 square feet, we're still human, and we are here to focus on your project.
Well, Formrite is a world-class tube fabricating business. We're a first-tier supplier to 50 Fortune 100 companies.
It's really not just tube bending, it's tube fabrication. Starts with cutting, including high-speed cutting. We have a shear cut machine that can cut a tube a second. After cutting, we move on to deburring and welding. Obviously, a lot of our work is hydraulic. And in our industry, welding is somewhat of a weakness, and it's a strength of Formrite's, and it's why we've grown so much over the last several years. Our welding failures are in the single part per million, less than 10 ppm.
And we're not working with small parts here. As you're looking at this robotic welder, look at that. That's a part of a shopping cart corral. And we can go from a diameter down to as small as 1/8 inch up to as large as 6 inches. Square tube, round tube, anything tube, we can produce.
We do a lot of brazing.
Silver brazing is really our forte. That's what we do best.
Our brazing failures as a whole are virtually immeasurable. We've come up with a way to induction braze in a high volume environment that's really revolutionizing the industry, and can't show it to you right now because nobody else in the industry does it. And when the cameras are off, I'll tell you. Then we move on to bending.
We have 16 tube benders.
We can handle the tough bends.
We have a lot of capacity, and we run very efficiently. And we're a batch operation, so we can run a job in a matter of minutes once the setup is done. Very tight tolerancing. We can get into millimeters for tolerances for some customers.
And we want to make sure that the ends are the way you want them.
Well, that's one of the curses of the hydraulics world is there's about as many ends as an engineer can dream up. So one of the complexities of our business is managing all these different end styles.
When you master that,
everything else is a piece of cake.
In the industry, there's a technology called a side port. It's welding on a hydraulic boss to the side of a tube. And what that does is it allows an engineer to turn a tube assembly into a multiple port manifold.
We have a foolproof 100% inspection method.
We've come up with a cell that I really can't show you because it's proprietary. What it allows us to do is 100% pressure test every side port and eliminate all side port leaks. We guarantee it. The cell that we're standing in front of right now is our mechanical joint cell,
which takes away the brazing process and makes a physical connection.
The operators in this cell will cut a tube, bend a tube, trim a tube, deburr a tube without ever setting it down. What it allows us to do is put a fitting on the end of a tube without any welding that will survive 3 or more thousand PSI.
No solder, no welding, very, very quick process. We eliminate a lot of the handling and get things done quick and efficiently.
And then beyond that, one of our bigger capabilities is powder coat painting. We have probably one of the largest powder coat lines in the Midwest. It was a paint line originally designed to paint laboratory cabinetry. So it's designed for very demanding painting. The paint line is about 70,000 square feet when you add up all of the different rooms. You can fill it, every hook, with 200 pounds for hundreds of hooks, and the line will keep running. It actually includes 2 paint lines, 2 separate ovens, 2 separate wash systems, and that allows us to paint different configurations at the same time.
Our 2,000-foot paint line starts here and ends here.
That allows us to load, and a finished part comes back to us about 2 hours later. One of the neatest things we came up with was a continuous flow way of bringing it off the paint line, cleaning it, capping it, flushing it, and putting it right in a box. So it was an amazing synchronous flow revolution that we did here. We're a job shop, and if you look out in this facility, there are over 2,000 jobs running right now somewhere in a 400,000 square foot facility, going through 10 to 20 operations. Average quantity might be 70 pieces per job. So when it comes to delivery, it's managing that complexity. It's managing those number of jobs. Our on-time delivery regularly is in the 95 to 98% on time across our whole customer base. When you take out the customers that are just spot orders and focus on the big customers that give us great forecasts, we regularly perform at 98% on time.
The people here are fantastic. It's a real community. It's a family.
Many experienced employees, been here for 20 plus years, and it's a privilege to work with them.
Any good product has to be the result of a happy environment, and our job is to make sure that we build a happy environment.
And here at Formrite, we really try to focus on creating a safety culture. We've gone almost 3 years without a lost time accident.
Good people, good ethics, good products.
Formrite, our name says it all.
Our name says it all.
It's time to call us.